So this story has been dying to be told for months now, and I have resisted it, but it keeps coming back to my mind, so I'm gonna tell it. There were 8 people in my family growing up, my folks and us 6 girls. We didn't get a lot of special things, like when we went out to dinner as a family was maybe once a year at Christmas. There was one particular year where my parents decided to take all of us to go see the Nutcracker Suite ballet. Picture this. So there was 8 of us, and we were about a third of the way up on the main floor. I'm pretty sure this happened at Miller Auditorium. Our family was always quite the sight, and people would stare at us. When we piled out of the van, they stared at us. When we marched through the theater and all sat down in our little chairs, quack, 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 they stared at us. Now with General Conference coming up, maybe you guys will understand this when you had workaholic parents that were busy with the Mormon church. You know, my dad was a high councilman or bishop or something. My mom was in leadership. And so when they watched General Conference, it was nap time. But if you dared to fall asleep or do anything like that, you got in big trouble. Well, what do you think happened while our family was watching the Nutcracker Suite? I don't know who nodded off first, but my mother nodded off, and then my dad nodded off, and my dad snores loudly. People around us started turning around and giving us dirty looks, and my sisters and I sort of hunched down in our chairs a little bit and tried to keep track of what was going on with this ballet. We'd never been to one. It was kind of weird. And we sunk down a little lower as the snoring became regular and very loud. Finally, some woman got up and literally woke my dad up, jabbed him, told him to stop snoring. Utterly humiliated. When intermission came, my dad made us all leave and go home. And we were yelled at in the car about how badly we'd behaved at the Nutcracker. Really?